if I'm wanting a true relationship, truly growing with us and embedding in our company, supporting our team, whatever that is, that's not what I'm going to be hiring. Because it just doesn't feel good out of the gate. I know it's all about you. You do not care about anything that I care about. Right? So, but it goes to the same solution, which is really fascinating on the disconnect within that. Yeah.
And pressure dictates activity and incentives dictate activity. And I respect that she has a job to do and all these other things. I'm not going to be rude about it, but if we take,
I may.
have at it. I'll give you her number. You can give her a call. But if we look at it from a you frame, what does this person need to experience in order to make the decision I want them to make? Now we can look at guiding that as opposed to what do I want to inform you of? And now that's a me frame.
Yeah.
I know we only have a couple minutes left. I know you have a lot going on. You might have to go back to the coffee shop today to meet with your new friends and talk about what's going on in the park. I don't know how long it's been since you got your last cup, at least an hour, I would guess. But you mentioned the impact of the words that we choose. And after our last conversation, some of the feedback I got first was about you talking about words that can be the most impactful. So I thought real quick, we could just go back to that to wrap this conversation up, because I'm sure we'll have more. But when we're looking at elevating our intention and our impact, and context drives all of this. So I know it's a vague way to ask a super specific question. But what are some of the most impactful, and this is through your research, I mean, we're not just pulling this out of the clouds. What are some of the most impactful phrases or words that we should be using in these conversations in order to really elevate not just the intention and the impact, but how we frame it, making it about them and developing these relationships?
You, because, and thank you. Start there. I think those are the most impactful that you can have. You, in that you're you framing. So instead of, let's do this in email context. So instead of, I saw on the website recently that your company did X, right? In researching your company, it's really interesting that you have pivoted to X. I took the IO. Right? So we are intentionally really you framing there. This does not mean, by the way, that you need to take all I out of your conversation. It doesn't mean that at all. But what we're working towards is putting you in more. And what that does is it recenters your brain to really focus on them instead of focusing on you. It is a hard thing to do. I will tell you that. It is a continual practice thing to do. Also, one of the easiest ways to do that, if you are formatting an email, for example, usually, because I get these all the time in my inbox of, hey, can you help me reframe this? Usually what you can do is go to the second part of your email and put that up front. Because what you're doing is you're pitching you first, because that's what you've been taught to do in business. And then you go to what is about them after that. So we can flip that a bit and focus on them first, and then ask for time if that's what you're going for. Thank you is a big one in a couple contexts. So not thank you as like a sign off, right? The biggest part are things like ownership. So if you have a client and things didn't align very great, if they called you out on something, which is going to happen because nobody's perfect, you say thank you. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Thank you for this information. Here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to solve this problem. What do you think about us doing this for this to solution for you, right? Thank you is a driver. The flip of that is sorry. So a huge diminisher word that is constant in people's vocabulary is sorry. Now, side note, and I'm sure we talked about this last time, if you're in a personal relationship, do not say, I listened to this podcast and Ames said I don't have to say sorry anymore. Off the hook. No. You can do that. In business, we're going to align it for credibility. So sorry is a diminisher word. And so what we want to do is align for credibility. We are still always going to take ownership, people. Always take ownership and handle whatever is going on. We're going to thank them for that, though. Couple things. raises your credibility. It also brings that partnership in stronger. I appreciate you. It may not have been easy for you to call this out. I appreciate you in doing that. This is a partnership and we're going to solution this together. Right? That's huge.